What's up, guys, and welcome to Red Dragon Barbell GPP outline. Thank you for downloading this. Hope it helps you out and hope it gives you a plan going forward to get stronger, fitter, and sexier. I'm going to preface this all by saying this is a very general, generic program, but it does provide you with the progressive overload week to week that you are going to need in order to keep progressing and keep getting stronger. Yes, it is a general physical preparedness outline of a training program, but it will get you partway to where you want to go. As with all things, you want to make sure you are fit and healthy and ready to start a training regime. So make sure you get signed up by a doctor before you start anything. And that also means that you can't come and sue me if you do something stupid during the 4 or 8 weeks of training. Whenever you start a training session, I would recommend you do use the ramp model for warming up. That is raise pulse, and you can activate small muscles, a little bit of activation for the shoulders and hips, depending on what day you're on. Then we're going to mobilize, dynamic mobilization, so leg swings, arm swings, that sort of stuff. Full body. Each session is going to be the best thing. But if you're short for time, then maybe just do upper body for upper body days, lower body for lower body days. After that, you're going to potentiate with some plyometrics, so dynamic push-ups, dynamic pull-ups, the rows, throws, jumps, that sort of stuff. If you're unsure, just stick to your normal warm-up, and then eventually you'll learn more and more as you go through your training regime. So this training protocol, or this outline, is very RP and reps and reserve dependent. If you are new to training, then it is better to err on the side of caution when determining if you are what RP or what RIR you are at. This is just simply because it's easier for us to slightly push the intensity without digging a hole than it is to pull back from being overloaded with intensity. Say, for example, you think you might be at RP 8. Okay, it might be an 8.5, it might be a 9. So err on the side of caution. Okay, if you're still feeling good, then maybe next time you can push it a little bit further. Same goes for the reps in reserve. If you think you've got 3 or 4 reps left, err on side of caution. Same, you've got maybe 2 or 1 left. So you're always going to work out what that is. We don't want you digging a massive hole and being under recovered and stopping training, not being able to get into the gym and making that good progress. For the terminology, a lot of times you're going to see it's going to be a squat or a hinge, vertical press or pull, horizontal press or pull, then these different midline options that you're going to have. Again, this is because it's a very general outline, and I want to give you as much freedom with this as possible instead of saying, oh yeah, you're going to do high bar back squats all the time and all that sort of shit. So that's the beginning out of the way. Let's get on to what you came here for. So this training regime is split into 2 blocks of 4 weeks. Block 1 is relatively low volume in comparison to the second block. You can run just a 4-week block at a time and then rotate all the exercises, or you can run a full 8 weeks, depending on what you would like. The second lot of 4 weeks is much more intense and much higher volume than the first 4 weeks. So here, as you can see, week 1 is going to be introduction to all the movements, hinge or a squat, slightly higher reps. We've got some single leg work, because single leg work makes you athletic as fuck. And that's really going to help you. It's just going to make your body perform a lot better in general. And then we've got the sexy stuff. So this is going to be like your hamstring curls, calf raises, leg extensions, adductor work, abductor work, some booty bridges, whatever you feel is your weakest part. That's the big thing, is this area here, these 3 exercises is going to be performed as a strength capacity circuit. See the intro and terminology page, and is just going to be to make the smaller muscles stronger for the bigger lifts. Okay, you can see it's the same all the way through. Day 2 is an upper, day 3 is lower, day 4 upper again. If you can't train 4 times in a week, that's fine. Just rotate through them as you would. So if you only get 3 days in a week, that's fine. On the start of the second week, you're going to do day 4 and just rotate through like that, and then move on to what would be day 2. or week 2, sorry. As you can see, week 2 here, we have a decrease in intensity, but we are also now doing 3 working sets. And that is the way it goes. We're going to go, week 1 is going to be introduction to movements. Week 2, we're going to push the volume. Week 3 is a volume deload and a slight deload in terms of intensity. Before week 4, we are going to test again. Week 4 testing is going to be either in max set of reps at 100% of week 1's RPE 9, or you can test for a new 5 rep max or 8 rep max or whatever it is during that week. If you are looking to do the full 8 weeks, I would recommend doing max reps of your week 1 before then trying to set a new 5 rep max the next week as well. Otherwise, you're just going to be hitting essentially 5 rep maxes 2 weeks in a row, and that's not really going to be what you're after in terms of progress. It is going to put you into a bit of a hole. So, variations, what are we looking for? This is where we go a little bit West Side, a little bit Louis Simmons on everything. Variation can be anything. Okay, I want you to use a variety of different bars, camber bars, safety squat bars, normal bars, deadlift bars, axles. If you want to really work on some your grip when you're pulling, anything, absolutely any sort of bar you want to use for absolutely anything, whether it's squat or presses. When it comes to pulling, especially upper body pulling, it's going to be a bit more difficult. You are going to have to get onto some machines and use different attachments, some neutral grip stuff, some underhand grip stuff, wide, narrow, change it up. And that way you're going to continue progressing and always have a new lift to achieve a new PB in and have another area of your body get stronger. Okay. Other things that we can vary is we can vary heights that we are squatting to or we are pulling from, whether we are having the bar slightly higher off the floor using blocks, or if we are having ourselves higher off the floor and increasing the range of motion using a riser. We can use safety pins to do variety of heights for the squats, for the presses, all that sort of stuff. Again, it's just another tool in the toolbox in order to create variety for your training program. Variety is the spice of life. It's a buffet, guys. We got chicken wings, we got barbecue, we got Chinese, we got curries, we got cake, everything you want. Okay, this isn't a cucumber and tuna sandwich buffet. This is a spice of life buffet. So let's really delve into it and really get as much variety as we want. Other things we can do is change the stance and the grip for squats, pulls, and presses, and for the rows and pull downs, and tempo as well. So we can do 5-second eccentrics, 5-second pauses, 8-second pauses, 10-second pauses, whatever you want if you really want to suffer. But it's down to you. Again, something else you can use in order to give yourself more room to grow. When it comes to selecting your weak areas, if you're not sure, then it's probably your hamstrings, glutes, and lower back on the lower body days, and it's probably triceps, and then rear delts, maybe some rhomboids, so reverse flies, that sort of thing, for your upper body days are probably going to be the weak points for you. If you know yourself a bit better, then obviously you do what is going to make you much stronger. So after you finish this 4 weeks, I said you can then go to you can come back to the first week and start again with different varieties of everything, or you can maintain the same variations through weeks 5 to 8. And as you can see, week 5 is slightly higher in volume than week 1. Okay, we've got an extra set there. Okay, this is how we are progressing. We're progressing in volume and intensity. Then week 2, we progress even more volume. Week 3 or week 7, it would be, is going to be our deload. As you can see, just one top set for everything. And then week 8, we are really trying to push that maximum. Ideally for this one, we want to hit a new 5 rep max. But again, if you want to go for your week 1 or your week 5, max and do a new max reps with it, be my guest. It is up to you. That's why we put the variety there. Okay. When it comes to this isolation work, I would recommend keeping the same isolation work for 8 weeks at a time anyway, regardless of if you do a 4-week or an 8-week block. And this is just going to give those small muscles a lot of attention, a lot of time to grow and really improve instead of rotating the variations so frequently. And that's it, guys. That is 8 weeks of GPP work, all for you. If you've got any other questions about this program or this outline, drop me a message on Instagram or on my email. I'll help you out as much as possible. Remember, variety is a spice of life. Enjoy it. Get strong as fuck.